Welcome and thanks for joining me. This is Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group here in Anchorage. Coming to you today to talk about your business. Now, are you working on your business or are you working in your business? That is the question of the day. We're going to try to get this here a little bit more. Pardon the adjustments. There we go. So, talking about working on or in your business, there is a difference, a big difference, and getting to it, it's kind of the root cause of scaling, So, I'm in real estate, so I'm going to use real estate as an example for this, okay? And you can then take this and apply it into whatever business that you are in. With real estate, I see this happen all the time. People get into real estate, it's a sales position, and they don't treat it as their business. They just treat it as a job. They've bought themselves their job. Yes, they can work their own schedule. They can choose their own clients. They can close however many deals they want, pursue and run their business as they want, right? That's awesome. So it is, in a way, their own business, right? But they treat it as a job. They just bought themselves a job. They can come in, go as they please, and do all this kind of stuff. But are they scaling? Are they building? Are they getting employees? Are they, building systems that they can scale up? That's not the case most of the times. So how do you do that? That is where we go into today on working on your business, building out systems. Building out an org board, making sure that you have different positions lined out. You know what the differences are in the different areas of your business, not just making a sale and then you don't have production and that's it, right? There's much more to it. And then also today we're going to talk about statistics. So I run my company by statistics. Everything I do has a stat. And that way, at the end of the week, when I go in and I can look at my stats and see what happened that week, I can actually put numbers on things. Once you put numbers on things, then you can actually, see a difference. You can see trends over time, and you can make adjustments based on the numbers and therefore actually grow that stat. So we'll get into that as well. But first, we're going to talk about, hey, what is a org board? So in order to work on the business, you have to know the different roles within that business, right? So we here at Precision Home Group have a org board, an organization board is what we call it. And what it is there are several different departments of the company. There's not, like I said, there's not just production, but you have marketing, you have inbound and outbound for that, right? You have sales. You have a department specifically designed to work with clients that have already been sold. It's a different department. And what else do you guys have? You have an HR department. You got to make sure that you're constantly recruiting, constantly getting out there, seeking new talent, and then also developing that talent, right? You can't base an organization on something just word of mouth. You might be able to get some good recruits out of that, but it's not something that you can, that will last, It's not something you can build a business on. So we have HR, we have sales and production, we have marketing. What are some other organizations? What are some other departments we have? We have the executive branch, and that's going to be the decision makers of the company. And what they're going to be doing is running the company. They're working on the company. So in that case, that would be me. And then we have people under me in the executive department. So you have all these different departments, right, working for your company. That is the difference between working on your company and working in your company. Now, when you start, who's wearing all these different hats? Who's taking on all these different roles, right? Well, that is you. Once you start your company, that is you. You're taking on all these roles until you can start filling those roles, right? So that is where you need to start looking for. You need to start recruiting for. You need to get out there and first you need to master that position, and then you need to find someone that you can come in to your company and take that over, right? And that is why a lot of people, don't scale. They just get bombarded with everything going on, everything that they have to do, and they're just in a mess, and it's a constant mess that they're dealing with. And at the end of the day, they're just trying to get out of it. However, they won't ever get out of that, won't ever improve, won't ever scale until they can start hiring out those roles. And you can't hire out the roles if you don't know what the roles are, right? Makes sense. So that's the organization board, working on your business versus in your business. The second thing I want to talk about is statistics. So like I mentioned earlier, I run statistics on everything. Now, what could that be? That could be sales. Sales is a big one. I keep number of sales. How many sales do I have in a week? In real estate, that's a little bit difficult just because, you're not going to have a sale, a closing all the time, right? So you need to make sure of several different things. How many times do I write an offer? How many offers per week am I writing? Okay, how many of those offers penned? How many of those offers closed? Keeping stats and numbers on those, right? We also have contacts. We know that in real estate and sales in general, contacts equal contracts, right? So it's a numbers game. How many contacts are you doing? How much prospecting am I doing? How much phone calls outbound and inbound is happening? And from that number, I can then see how many offers there. It's a direct correlation, right? There is a conversion ratio there from contacts to contracts. So I'm keeping count of all the different contacts, like I said, keeping a stat on that. If I know that I do 1,000 one week and I do 200 the next week, from my stats and then graphing that, I can see, wow, that's a huge drop, and I'm going to be able to see that drop later on in my offers and my closing deals, right? So as soon as I can see that change, I can make a change. Does that make sense? I'm looking at the stat, looking at the graph, it's a down graph, so I can make an adjustment to that, that week, instead of waiting months down the road and wondering what's going on. What are some other ways you can keep stats and graphs on things in your business with different matrices and metrics? Some of those are going to be the appointments. You have contacts, you have appointments you can keep track of, you have the sales being closed, pended, cash on hand. How is the cash? How are your reserves for your finances, for your company, your personal finances, anything like that, right? So these are just some of the ways that you can keep numbers. And again, you can do this in business and life, in your personal life. Maybe you don't have a personal business. Maybe you don't, you don't have a business, so you have personal life. Or maybe you're an employee of a business and you want to get better. This would be one way to do that. Because once I can actually keep a stat, I keep track of it, I can make adjustments. And you want to do this on a daily or weekly basis, right? And here's why. If you can do it on a daily or weekly basis, then you can make adjustments. You can have your thumb on the pulse of what's going on, and you can quickly make adjustments to whatever it is you need to. So if you're in a down graph, if you have a stat that's going down, and you're like, I need to change this. What do I need to do? You can right then and there figure out what you need to do, make the adjustment, and see that it's actually working by the stat going back up, right? Or that it's not working and you need to do something else. And just by doing that, you're going to actually start producing more. You're going to start operating at higher levels, and your business is going to grow and scale because of this. So it's a wonderful thing. It's an awesome tool, awesome tactic. I use it every day, every week. At the end of every week, I go through, I check all my stats, see how the business is doing, and then it removes all emotion out of it, right? Removes the emotion, and there's no guessing. At the end of the week, I can know for sure 100% what's going on in the business at all times. I can just go to my stats program. You can do it in Excel. There's tons of programs out there, and you can look at it and see and know. Knowing is the big thing. You're not thinking, you're knowing, so you can know what's going on in your business. So, great tool. I hope this helps, guys. If you guys have any questions, want to know more about the program that I use for running stats for my company, let me know. Put it in the comments. Shoot me a message. Or my email, matthew@precisionhomegroup.com. This has been working on your business, not in your business. Again, matthew@precisionhomegroup.com find me here on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're going to put those links in here as well. Before I let you go, I got to let you know about Operation Reborn again. So Operation Reborn is a new event here in Anchorage. Our first event here is this Sunday, February 11th. It's going to be on the corner of 15th and C at Hair Science Barber Shop here in town. And what it is, it's a charity event. It's an event for the homeless community, for those that are, in need of some of these services. We're looking for men, we're looking for women, we're looking for youth that need a hand, want some mentoring, some coaching, some education, wants education and wants to get into the workforce. So what the event is Operation Reborn. We're going to do three things. So the first thing is that we're going to feed people. We have food trucks coming in, we have food vendors there. They're going to feed people. So first and foremost, we're going to get people full, and we're going to make sure that they're not hungry. Because when you're hungry, all you want to do is survive. You don't want to just do anything else. You want to, you're hungry, you're surviving, you're wondering where the next meal is going to come from. So we're going to feed them. Second is we have the barbershop there. So we're going to get them in, we're going to groom them up, we're going to get them haircuts. If they have a beard, maybe we'll touch that up for them. Make them look sharp, right? So now they're full, they're looking good, they're feeling good, they're a little bit more confident. And then we're going to have their ear. They're going to be sitting there eating. They're going to be in the barber chair. So what are we going to do? We are going to help bring some education. We're going to be doing some sales training. We're going to be doing some resume building. We're going to also be doing we're going to have applications there. And we have employers, local businesses here in town that want to hire people. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to take people from the homeless communities, the needy. We're looking for, all the people I mentioned. And what we want to do is we want to help support them get back into the workforce. We want to help them support themselves and support their families. That's what this is all about. So we want to empower and equip them. So please do share this. I have a flyer on my personal page. Go there, share that. There's also a Facebook page for this event. It's called Operation Reborn. I'd love if you went and found that, liked it, shared it, commented. Let us know what your thoughts are. We would love to get this out there and help as many people as we can. So thanks for watching today. You have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow where we're talking about real estate investing basics. It's going to be our third one, and we are talking about multifamily and small deals in regards to 1 to 4 units, kind of that residential up to 4plexes. We're going to talk about the ins and outs of those, the benefits and cons, and what you can do to start investing in real estate. You have a great day.